Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2, where we have a decision to make here. So, we're doing better on science. We're up to 12,500, and it's still climbing. Keep in mind, we have distributed energy coming up, which is going to be another 10%. We should talk about how percentage bonuses work. We will in a second. And then we have the shaft-to-shelf system, which is going to be an additional 420 industry, which will put us at about 4K, and then we're going to go into urgent AI research, which is going to turn that into about 2K more science. Now remember, that's not actually 2K science, that's 2K science, and then we have all these percentage multipliers. It ends up being a lot. So the way percentage multipliers work is that they all stack up additively. What that means is that if you are producing 100 science, and you have a bonus that causes you to produce 10% science, you go up to 110. If you get another 10% science bonus on top of that, you go up to 120, not 121. This is the difference between additive and multiplicative stacking of percentage bonuses. We get an additional 20% of our flat base 100 bonus, not an additional 10% of the amount that already has the other 10% bonus applied to it. What that means for us is that when we get 10% science in a second here, it's not going to give us 1,259 science. It's going to give us probably in the neighborhood of 600 science. You can see our flat actual science production from systems in the top part of that tooltip there. It's important to understand that and those values because the question that we want to answer today is, would it be a good idea for me to declare war on absolutely everybody so that we could get a whole bunch of 20% science bonuses? There are two things we have to consider here. Number one, how busy is everybody else? If we were to declare war on everybody, would they actually send ships to us? Do they have the time? If we declare war on them, but we don't pose an actual threat, do they have other stuff they need to be doing? Would they just do the same thing that I often do and go, whatever, and just ignore me? Number two is, how many of them actually have detection? It's possible that even if we did declare war on somebody, and they did decide that that was a good excuse to come kick down our door, that they would be unable to find that door. And even if they have detection technology, I think they still have to actually take a ship to our node. Them having detection technology isn't enough. They then have to scour the galaxy for wherever we might be. Some of them have seen our ships flying around in various areas and might have a guess, but my thinking is that we can probably do this pretty safely. However, I'm going to wait a little bit before we do it. Here's my plan. We are going to spend 8-ish turns researching Genius of the Endless, right? Once we've done that, we will have 10% more science on all of our systems, and minus 20% to all of our technology costs. The next endless technology that we want is this one, which will give us 15% more science. So in order to unlock that, we have to go up the military quadrant. So the moment we finish researching Genius of the Endless, we're going to be aggressively pursuing movement into better, more violent ships, better weapon modules, all kinds of cool stuff. So I think that it's when we finish Genius of the Endless, then we declare war, because if the response to that is other players sending ships at us, we're already working on the tech to fight back. That said, before we pick up any military tech there, we probably would want to pick up better ship designs. We need to actually be able to build some good ships. Right now, we can only build these tiny one command point ships, and they're not bad, but they're also not great. So what we could do is go grab liquid composites, get ourselves the Psycho class monster carrier, build a handful of those to defend us. Also, we should talk, because we switched political parties, and I didn't talk about it. The forced law for the science party, which is why I wanted to get them in charge now, is that we get to skip research stages. And this does work in a way that is very beneficial to us. So we don't have enough techs here to unlock this tier, but we can just start researching stuff on this tier. Once we've researched stuff on this tier, we can research stuff on this tier. And if we were to get 3 things on this tier, it would unlock access to the endless techs, even without us having actually completed this. So, we're going to be able to use this in the science quadrant to skip over text that we don't want to have to research and get to our next endless tech much more efficiently. Okay, that's the plan. We're probably just going to hit end turn 8 times here, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, I will say that this is not as fast as I usually like a science victory to run. Part of that is us just sort of feeling around in the dark to understand how the hacking system works, and actually all the mechanics of being us. If we were to play this game over again, we would certainly get things rolling a lot faster, understanding now the importance of sleepers. And that said, I believe Person of Means is the only technology, or is the only skill we can take that has any effect at all. I think everything else that we haven't taken is ship stuff. I guess this will lower the upkeep cost of this hero, which is also not very good, but it does something. That's also something. Yeah, but my experience with this game has been that we can afford to win a pretty slow victory and still not be in any danger from the AI. The AI needs some help. I guess let's pick up Person of Me. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Also, we're getting a lot of notifications here, which I don't love. We discovered some people flying through here. Oh, flying through here all stealthily, in fact. Or with detection, at least. See, they're flashing the color of stealth. They've attacked us, so they must have detection. Well, I mean, we just retreat. Yeah, they are also cloaked, but they have revealed themselves by attacking us. So they have cloaking technology, and they must have detection 1. Good to know. Let us be gone. Also, this guy has... Sure, whatever. You know what? Honestly, there is some possibility that he replaces our other hero once we have Geniocrat. What is our hero doing for our science victory currently? He's giving us a flat plus 60 science and plus 1% science per sleeper on industry, while also giving us lots of other stuff. He probably stays, actually. Alright. Bureaucratic imbroglio. So, the Unfallen have revealed that they have detection technology. That's interesting, because that means they could be the people who are removing our sanctuaries down here, right? I thought it was probably Horatio. But what if it's green instead? Here's a question. I believe the additional cloaking technologies are in... Are they in the military, or is it just detection? No, okay, this stuff too. How do we increase the cloaking level of our sanctuaries? Can we do that? It doesn't say on enhanced cloaking that does it. Do we have any information on the cloaking on our home system at all? There's no indicator of the level of our cloakedness. I believe... Oh, here we go. Okay, it's based on system level. Alright. I was going to say, I believe that it's based on the system level, but I can't remember where I heard or read that. It was probably here. Interesting. We are showing at 98% unhappy. That's not... Okay, here we're still showing devoted. Huh. At the price of public resentment, counter-infiltration can identify sleepers, and... So people would be unhappy if we did this. I don't think there's any sleepers. I don't think anybody knows where we are still. Yeah, I'm a little worried about our sanctuaries over here, then. Maybe we need to actually, like, put some military in this direction? So I had ships over here. We were going to fight pirates. What's our total manpower in this system right now? 775. Okay. And we are currently actually refilling. Oh, because we're in friendly space, right? We're still at peace with Horatio. Yeah. So we're in a friendly influence bubble, and that means that we have the ability to replenish from our manpower pool. So probably what we will do here is sit for 2 turns until we have replenished completely, and then we will blow up this pirate base. And then maybe we could consider coming over here and trying to play defense, but honestly, I'm not sure that that we have the ability to run off a fleet like this. So this fleet has some medium-sized ships in it. We haven't talked a lot about the difference between ship sizes, but you may notice that that thing has 14,000 health and 1,800 attack rating, whereas my quote-unquote good ships, my relatively good ships, are more in the neighborhood of 3,000 health and 300 attack rating. It's a big difference. Size makes a big, big difference to military effectiveness. So, we might have to wait, is my point. We might have to wait until we research a larger type of ship before we can have a realistic chance of fighting them. Well, we're mostly going to just focus on getting Genius of the Endless done here. You guys, this cord is here. Hold on, where? Hold on. Yeah. Are you on a system that has one of the photobomber curiosities? Also, what is going on with the frame rate right now? Missing technology. Evaporation inhibitors. Okay, there we go. Apparently it thought I was mousing over the planet. I believe that we have the majority of the photobomber things searched now. Oh, this is your job. Get over here. Kuyos. One over there, and there's one at Phagis. Okay. I'm gonna have... Actually, our hero has a probe, right? Yeah, so we don't need this guy to go for that. I guess what we can have him do is just... Oh, well, first of all, upgrade, because old design. Secondly, we just have him run for this. I'm going to head to Kraz, and we'll see about doing it from there. Who has unexecuted moves? I guess it was just him. We discovered a black hole. Oh, weird. Hey, am I allowed to... So, like, you can see, this is... The nameplate here is Horatio colored. Horatio currently owns this node because it's within his influence bubble. I wonder if I could place a beacon around this and get the science bonus. I also wonder if doing that would make him lose the science bonus. In 2 turns, we'll have a hack slot available. We can try to find out. Boy, I don't know what to do with you. What is on Zinnius? There's a glow here for some reason. But I do not know why. I have a lot of quests. It could be, frankly, any of these things. This is still not... Okay. Well. Ah, here we go. There are some U-shows over at Zinnius, and I could fight them in order to get some titanium, which I do not want. So, come home, I guess. Right? Know what else we could have this guy do. Come home and we'll figure it out from there. And we are slowly filling our sanctuaries. Got ourselves up to 1495 or 14951 now. It's coming along. Yeah, just keep producing more dust. Marginally more dust.
By my cloth, your actions deserve the...
Okay, yes, that's true. We're friends. They are chasing us around. Okay, well. There's no sense in retreating since we'll all die. So we may as well fight back, even though we will also all die. We can do some damage to them. So short range, long range, and short range-ish. Do a little plasma distortion. I want to see their ships in action. I don't think that there's any chance of us surviving this. Let's go have a look. Okay, so they have fighters and bombers on some of their ships. They have a large enough force here that they get to use all 3 flotillas. So if you have more flotillas than your enemy does, all of your ships get a morale bonus, a 15% damage bonus from morale. And that is scaled by the number of extra flotillas you have. So if your opponent's on 1 and you're on 3, you get a 30% bonus. Let's turn the scope back on just so we can watch the health bars. So you can see they put a single small vessel in the middle flotilla against us, which is not probably going to be able to accomplish the job of killing us by itself. But this guy is off by himself in a place where he can attack very safely, and he has good long-range weaponry. So we're definitely screwed. I mean, we were screwed. We knew that. We knew that coming in. Come on. Hit him just a little bit more. Okay, I think we got him. All right, we traded off. We got that little ship at least. The bombers and the fighters are swarming us. See them flying around here. You can shoot them down. Flak weapons or bullet weapons are effective against this kind of nonsense, but we just don't have the firepower. All right, so they're chasing us around with their detection systems. It would be very beneficial to us if the scientists remained in the lead. Unfortunately, I don't know that there's anything we can do to really push that, and 100% of our population has significant pacifist sympathy, so we might not be able to hold on to our science law, which would be a shame. Scientists remaining in charge is really powerful for us.
The unfallen greet you.
Hey, stop it. Stop attacking me, I guess. It doesn't actually matter, but could you?
The unfallen watch you.
Oh, they have refused. Well, I say that we will prepare for battle. They're going to fight us a lot. Okay, so going to war with this alliance might be a really bad idea, because the Unfallen kind of have our number. I'm glad we didn't just recklessly declare. This is exactly why I wanted to wait, because I wanted to find out if things were going to get weird, and things have gotten a little, not weird, but stressful. Things have gotten a little stressful. Alright, so we have successfully hacked Ebony. It turns out we are always embedding sleepers, 100% of the time. Remember, in addition to all of the other benefits, each sleeper is plus 1% science. Now, let's talk about maybe getting these things on. I guess the big danger here is that we might have trouble getting to these nodes safely. Like, can I force... I cannot force us to go through open space without passing through Horatio Land. Yeah, not here either. Distances are too great. What if we bounce it off Cross? We do, like... We could do that as a 14-turn travel time, but it would get us another black hole, potentially. Nope, that's Alioth. I just, like, 100% clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah. Can we go straight to Pavo from here? No, we cannot. Whoa. That was weird. Okay. This is not even really about effectiveness, but more about finding out what will happen. Finding out if I can take the bonus from this. If I do take the bonus from this, does Horatio lose the bonus from this? Will he notice?
It gives me pleasure to...
Okay. Bureaucratic imbroglio. They're increasing their pressure against us. It does not really matter. Alright, so... Neither of our fleets are cloaked, right? Yeah, we are ready to drop bodies. We have a lot of bodies. They have 820 total defense. We have now the full 1100 manpower, plus our guys are way more effective than theirs. So let's blow up some pirates. And I think we're just going to blitz them. We're just going to go in really hard because our troops are way better than theirs are. We definitely want to apply as much of that as possible. Major victory. We'll continue next turn. So we did obliterate them completely, but the battle's not over until they're all the way out of manpower, not just out of manpower in their main bar here. We should have them no problem next turn. Trying to get our genius unlocked here. We definitely could have teched up faster if I had understood the mechanical impact that sleepers were going to have. Alright, let's just blitz them again. Should be very, very easy. And then we'll probably hang out here for a second and allow the Horatio aura to replenish our manpower. What this represents is that Horatio is cool with us running manpower ships through from his territory, I think. Did we create a... We did not create an anomaly. Okay. We did gain some resources. Okay. Some of those are okay. There is, in fact, a system relic here. Not a searchable one, though. Sure, reduce the upkeep cost of this hero. The scouts can keep running. Ooh, look at that. Horatio has some large ships. Here, the Lumeris can see that we are relatively mighty. Numerous, if not mighty. May as well repair. Not super expensive, and we might get into more fights at the next node. We can see that there are Vodyani ships here, but they're not actually... they don't have the planet encircled. So any pirates that spawn there could just leave upon spawning. Pushing out population remarkably quickly. Can we afford to pick up another system? Maybe. Our devotion is... Our approval level is below 100%. We're still seeing unhappy here for some reason. Which one of these values is wrong? So we are minus 189 plus... No, we're actually at 98, I think. The unhappy is wrong. And if we were actually unhappy, if we were actually suffering those food and influence bonuses, we wouldn't be seeing the population growth or the influence output that we're seeing. So I think it's just the tag is wrong. Got a bunch of hacks completing in relatively short order here. It's going to embed as many sleepers as we possibly can. And then we might declare some war, but we got to be careful about who we declare war on. Let us embed the sleeper. I don't even know who we're embedding sleepers in right now, and I don't care. We can't abduct sleepers. Do I even want to at this point? I'm wondering if we might be better off, because the abducted sleeper population gives us twice as much output from our planet, plus 2 more science than the base type. So he would be producing 12, effectively 15 extra science. I wonder if that's actually better than increasing our science output by 1%. It's not, right? Because what's our base science value right now? 7735. Remember, it continues to grow because we're still putting population out. So each population point in a sanctuary is bringing the science value from that sanctuary back to us. So a 1% science boost here is 77, while the sleeper himself is not producing. Yeah, I think we actually want to embed sleepers all the time now, which is nice because it also means we get to rob them. Sure, they have enough diplomatic pressure over us to demand dust now, and honestly, fine. I don't actually care. That's okay. Right, how's the refill going? Are we cool? We are, in fact, cool. Alright, let's go to Dakel instead, maybe? I'm a little worried that if we hang out... we have to go through Fagus either way. We could direct fly... Yeah, it's not that much slower. I'm just worried about the Vodyani attacking us at Fagus. We'll fly directly to our target. And then we have some hacking operations to start. So we're running from Megros to Duil, where we are going to install another sleeper. Are we allowed to hack Horatio right now, or are we in another one of those periods where I can't do that? Okay, no, I'm totally allowed to. Let's hack Horatio. Let's just install sleepers all over the place. We do have a beacon at this... Yeah, we do have a beacon at this node. There's another black hole over here that we could hack, but I want to see what the outcome of hacking this one is first. There's a black hole over here that's just out in the open. I suspect, though, that I cannot run a hack from Sirius to that without going over, yeah, a bunch of inhabited stuff. That said, I don't actually think they'd be able to run a trace on us from here. I might try that. 15 turns. Never mind. I'm going to hack Javanis, and we're just going to install a sleeper there. Oh, do I want to bounce this off some stuff? Oh, right. Population bonuses here are considerable. That's a good reason to actually abduct sleepers. Well, we can abduct our sleepers en masse from the Unfallen because it's so easy to hack their home system. So it's probably... Honestly, it might still be better to just have them as sleepers, though. This is pretty good. We can allocate a lot of bandwidth by intentionally... This feels a little bit like probably not the way they intended this to be used, but by intentionally starting hacks and then ending them. Yeah, you could run a bunch of cancellation operation penalties here, and all of that bandwidth is allocated, right? It does feel like not the way they intended that to be used. All right, let's go ahead and cancel this. We should run this through some other nodes. Or maybe do it like this. And then also we just jam an accelerator on Javanis real quick. Try to get that done without getting traced. I think 2 extra nodes should be good enough, right? With the accelerator up? Oh, I think somebody else actually might have searched one of the photobomber things. Alright, we have successfully hacked this. Let us just continue to embed sleepers. Okay. I did not do the thing. I did not fight any Vodyani rebel fleets, because I don't care. Alright. Ghosts and Dust. In 20 turns, make sure you own the trade company producing the most dust in the galaxy. Whoever does this will receive these very small rewards. A part of the problem with the late phase of this game is that you get all these quests that are like, compete over a thing, and then the rewards are 1/10 of what any empire in the galaxy is producing in a turn. Like, the rewards for those have to be huge in order for them to matter. Okay, they're mad at me. I get that. I can see why they might be mad at me. We're going to have an election at the end of the turn, and sadly it is very likely to go against us. So, you guys are over here on Kuyos. This is apparently where the thing got searched. Okay, so the only one remaining is down there. Well, then your job is to go to Rhea, or no, to Juyin. There's a system over here that we have not yet seen. You will probe and then search. You will sleep, I think? Probably? There are arcs in the sky coming in our direction. Based on the numbers we're seeing there, I do not think these are combat arcs. I think these are expansion arcs. The Vodyani have a whole weird population system. Like, all of their population live on these arcs. They never live on planets. But basically what I'm trying to say here is I don't think we need to be worried. You just go to sleep for now, I guess. Alright, so we got our first Endless Tack. We're now seeing a better research value. It's still lower than I would like. But now we can engage in some stuff. So we're going to burn through these tiers pretty quickly. Exactly what's going to happen here depends to some degree on the outcome of the election. Let's end the turn and see what happens in the election before we make any decisions. Still hanging on Devoted. Oh, I should definitely be running a hacking operation, though. Oh, we're no longer running a hack to Duya. Let's, fix this. Here, let's run from one Wrath to Botha, because that's... Oh, no, wait. Sorry. Let's bounce that around just a little bit. Corvus to here. Directly to Botha. With an accelerator installed on Botha to really speed up that part of it. Although I guess this actually might get cancelled by Horatio, huh? Yeah, it totally might. In fact, probably will, huh? Alright, whatever. I mean, the bandwidth penalty is irrelevant. We have so much bandwidth, it does not matter. If we go, like, up to here? And then across to there, and then I cannot jump straight. Well, we can just go to Duyel again. Whatever. That's fine. Accelerator on Duyel. That should be enough cover, I think. So, like, running it from Megrez to Botha maybe makes sense. Megrez to here to Botha. We'll maybe do that for our next one when the Hack to Takim ends. We're going to throw our full official weight behind the Scientist Party. The Pacifists just edged them out. That's a real shame. So the good news is, fair trade bill. Bad news is, no more skipping tiers in our science. That's not a big deal. It was going to save us a little bit of time, probably just like a couple of turns. Alright, in 20 turns, ensure that I don't care about this. Not really how our stuff works anyway. Alright, so we have arrived. We are starving the pirates out. They have 900 manpower. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for these guys to show up before we attack. Our population booster has ended. We need 9 potatoes now. Something tells me that with 3.8k dust, we will be able to afford 9 delicious potatoes. 9 great big juicy potatoes. Potatoes aren't really juicy. Or rather, if your potatoes are juicy, you should throw them away. They are not good potatoes anymore. Alright, so, as you can see here in our technology tree, we can no longer cheat and research up. Actually, that seems to not be true. Wait, did the election not... The Ecologist Party fell out of the government, but the Scientists did not get ousted from leadership, even though they didn't get the most votes. Maybe there's something I don't understand happening in this system. Okay, well, I'm not upset about that. So you probably want to turn on the fair trade bill. We are currently at peace with 2 empires. So that's just like extra science. We could become at peace with more empires. So what, the building we have is 20% science per empire that you're at war with, is that right? So it's better to be at war than at peace, but also I'm afraid. I have fear in my heart. What are the current power blocks? If we were to go to war with the United Empire, who are the farthest from us and thus least likely to hurt us, it would also put us at war with the trees, which I don't think we want. If we were to go to war with the Riftborn, who are distant and not scary, it would also put us at war with the Hisho, who are hostile and not distant and potentially scary. Although it's hard to know for sure. What about... Okay, the Big Alliance is at war with the Horatio and Lumeris Alliance. These guys are also at war with the Big Alliance. So it is possible that we could declare war on both of these alliances and they'd be too busy to fight us. It's also possible that we declare war on these guys and 20 unfallen ships show up and start taking us apart piece by piece. Tendril by wispy tendril.
This contact is unwelcome. For
Okay,
what reason?
so we can no longer make a demand on them because you can see the diplomatic,
Test my
the bureaucratic
patience.
thing they did to us.
Speak
We could do it
swiftly.
right back to them. The reason I was looking at this is because the moment we go to war with them, this diplomatic influence bar is going to stop mattering. You cannot make diplomatic demands of an empire that you are at war with. You must make war-type demands. Yeah, what if we did just declare war with 5 players and get 100% bonus science? I'm going to do it. Actually, I'm going to talk to these guys.
Us, unless you have something of value to say.
Okay, we can't talk about war declarations. What I was thinking is I might be able to get some stuff from them in exchange for me being willing to declare war on their enemies. But either that term doesn't exist in this game at all, and I'm just thinking of it in this legend, or we need more. We need alliance tech to do that. Because there are definitely diplomatic terms that are unlocked by later techs. Alright, let's just declare war then.
Patience.
Oh yeah, test this. Bam. War.
One word.
Bam. War were declared. Alright, it's possible this is going to be real bad. The communion will learn of your great deeds. This was before I declared war on them. This is us declaring war on their enemies. Alright, then you're yelling at us about declaring war on me. You're yelling...
Opinion of the church.
Same deal. Okay. They would pay me for a truce right this second. Please, for the love of God, don't be fighting me. So, that puts our science value up to 19,646. That's better. That's closer to what I'd like to see. Yeah, good start. So, we got to skip tier 1, and then we unlock tier 2. And then because we have tier 2 finished, we get to skip tier 3 and go immediately into tier 4 up here. So we're not really that far away from unlocking Wealth of the Endless. That said, I do think that we ought to stop over here and grab some ship designs. So the most research effective way for us to do this would be to grab liquid composites. These ships are expensive to build, but they're very powerful, and this has a behemoth bonus on it, which means that we will get another point toward being able to create another behemoth, and being able to create another behemoth would be really good for our science output. So that's a single turn research because, like I said, we are now really cooking on research time. We could get the research or the blueprints for the Obliterator, which does basically what it sounds like it does. The Obliterator allows you to blow up stars and completely destroy the systems that are around those stars. It is, as you might imagine, relatively powerful. We could pick up adamantium electroplating to increase our cloaking level, which I think might be a good idea, now that we are officially at war. We could pick up the Juggernaut blueprints, which will allow us to create the most combat-focused behemoths in the galaxy. We will not be using Juggernauts, because if I have a behemoth, I want them to be a science behemoth, but we might pick up one of these techs anyway, just to get the extra behemoth points. I think we're going to start with adamantium electroplating over here. Because I really want our cloaking level up. We also unlock some new battle tactics, which probably don't matter. And then we're definitely going to want to unlock some new weapons. So we're producing 5.3 adamantium per turn. We definitely want to tend toward adamantium weapons. So do we want to go for projectile weapons or... Okay, this is not an actual weapon. Alright. Tensor algorithms is the adamantium weapon technology. And then we got to queue up 2 more things from this tier. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to skip this tier. I'm pretty sure once we unlock this, we still have to research 3 things from it before we can go up here. But you can see our research rate is extraordinary now. What we could pick up is universal aerodynamics to allow more command points per fleet. This is actually probably worth grabbing even over a Juggernaut tech, or even over a Behemoth tech, because the large ship types are 6 command points each, and we will not be able to make great use of them if we don't expand our command point limit. Alright, so that's going to take 3 turns? Yep, 3 turns to unlock our next endless tech, or sorry, the next tier before the endless tech, and even that is only because we have to make a pretty expensive detour. So we're probably going to lose a little bit of science here, because we're going to stop doing urgent AI research while we build a couple of great big ships. We don't necessarily need a huge amount, but we need enough to sit here in orbit around 3C75 and fight people. Please embed sleeper. Oh, this operation has been traced, and the trace outcome is being selected. I must wait. Okay, I can still choose an outcome, but I will suffer penalties. I would like to choose the outcome of embed sleeper, please.
You're the caviar of the galaxy.
Usually looks golden. You guys love us.
Plans for this galaxy.
Yo, that's my bad. I didn't mean to... Okay. Would you like truce? No. No, I would not like truce. 4 Umbral Shadows born. We are in the throes of proliferation here. We've got our elite cloaking. We've got our designs for great big ships. let's talk about great big ships. So, look at this thing. I do think these guys have really extremely cool ship designs. They remind me of the Alagi a little bit with like the external floating fins. And that's always a good thing. So, we're researching new weapons tech. Maybe we don't make any design decisions for a turn. Let's let the weapons tech finish. As soon as we have vision of that, we'll fly over there. Seems to me they might not have detection. I'd have to imagine they would do something about this if they did. Maybe they are doing something about it. Maybe that's what this is. Well, we do have another scout headed in this direction, though, don't we? Oh, we're being attacked. Oh, pirate spawned. Hold on. I'll deal with you in a second. Okay, there we go. That is the information I needed. So we're going to be able to finish off this photobomber thing. Where is the quest curiosity? I want to search that one first, just in case we do get attacked here. Alright, so we found some dust and some level ups for our hero. Increasing the value of this does not actually increase the number of movement points that we get from the Senate effect, but it's still extra movement for her. That seems fine. We did it. We were the only person who scored any points, so we get our cleaver beam module. I mean, that's definitely wrong, right? I didn't search all of them. Because there was that one on the Pirate World. I assume the Vajani got that one. Well, whatever. So we got our new beam weapon. We got our 50 antimatter with which to build our new beam weapon, and we got this stuff which we can totally sell. The photobomber is on the run, pursued seriously for the first time due to a combined effort of all of the galaxy's empires that are us. While there are fewer and fewer places for him to run, he has a very good ship in which to do the running. A stolen hero hull upgraded with pirate technology and a couple of Mavros flux accelerators. The photobomber's personal yacht is every bit as slippery as its owner. The game is afoot. Whoever intercepts the photobomber ship will gain the Reanimator system improvement. Not a very good one, and I think, yes, already completed. His ship spawned somewhere in the galaxy, and all of the planets were already owned, so he was immediately intercepted by somebody else. Alright, let's just keep searching here. May as well spend all the probes. We don't get to look at stuff very often anymore. A little bit of influence, a little bit of dust. I'm kind of hoping for like ship modules and stuff. Alright, you're good where you are. This is what you were headed over to do. Oh, I guess Krause itself has an unsearched thing. The remains of a ground battle. The other empires have been going at it here. There was 60 science in that ground battle. Alright, well, come home. Your services are no longer needed. You just chill. Alright, so we have our weapons technology, right? Now, let's talk about building some of these big ships. Let's see what that looks like. Music in this game is really good. Alright, so we are pretty rich on antimatter for the moment, but we're still mining more adamantium, so let's go for adamantium weapons. Bugged flotillas will stay invisible and won't open fire until they reach their desired range. Oh, that's neat. So your fleets can stay invisible part of the way through battle, so if you have this out on some bullet ships, they could just avoid the long-range part of the battle entirely. That's super cool. Not, I think, something we'll be making use of. So 96 DPS, most optimal at long range, of course, or 92 DPS. It is worth noting that bullet weapons never do 100% of their damage to enemy ships. You see they're 85% at short range. They do, however, do damage to incoming missiles and bomber squadrons and stuff. So they have some trade-offs. Some good things that you get in exchange for the fact that missile weapons just have better damage. That said, maybe we go missile weapons here? I do like a good missile weapon. The danger here, of course, is that if the enemies are using bullet weapons, you're in some trouble. Yeah, I guess let's go for bullets for that reason. You may notice that not all of the modules on the ship are the same size. This is a heavy mount. The cost of this weapon module is doubled, but also its effectiveness is doubled. And then what else do we have here? Let's pull all of these. Okay, so we have 2 actual defense slots, 2 actual support slots, and then 3 actual support slots, and then a little bit of flexibility. Let's talk about these support slots. Obviously, we want the thing to have some weapons. We also definitely want it to have a titanium enhancer. Let's throw that in there. We know we're doing that. We can only mount 1 of those per ship. We want some engines, but they don't have to be the best engines in the universe, because this thing's probably not going to move around that much. Put a Hyperium engine in there, and then honestly, that might be good enough. It has 6 move. I don't intend for these to leave the home system, so... That said, like, do we have another good thing to put in them? This repair bonus is probably irrelevant. That's a larger health bonus, I guess. We don't... I guess they could just be sitting there generating influence, but we really don't need them to. Maybe we do throw an ambusher in there? It's going to make this ship very expensive. It's already 37 adamantium for each one of these. But if we get to open fire at our preferred range and just hide for the rest of the battle, it's actually kind of incredibly awesome. We will buy the adamantium. Oof. Right. So the module cost you're seeing on the thing here is not the full deal, because when you add a module slot to this ship, 4 modules are actually equipped. So power and cost is times 4. Yeah, we can't really do that, can we? That's a little extreme. Alright, we'll just go with, like, engines, I guess. Even more engines, and then we'll defensive stuff in all of these slots. So, we have some pretty good plating available. But do I want to make this thing so expensive in terms of adamantium? 456 health, 75 defense. Boy, those are a lot better than the titanium ones. Each one of these we put on increases the cost of the ship by 8 adamantium. Let's do a little bit of that, and then also I want some energy defense. And actually, energy defense is way more valuable, right? Because we already are defended against half of the projectile weapons. This is 585 shield capacity. It's slightly better. Well, slightly better is good enough, I think. That's a pretty intimidating ship. 19,000 attack power, good broad defenses, 32,000 health. We could defend our node with some of these. It'll take 2 turns to produce one. Let's make 2. It says 2 turns down there. But I guess we have some 5k. Yeah, it's just not 2 turns. Oh, you know what? We are, when the urgent AI research is at the top of the queue, it's eating the industry. So we were getting an incorrect report there. Okay, we'll build 2 symphonies, play a little bit of defense here while we're continuing to research up to the next tier. Oh, sure, there's a battle running. Yeah, we should probably resolve that. Good point. It's like half my ships want to be long range and half want to be short, right? Let's do plasma distortion. Yep. And we don't need to watch this. This is going to be very easy. Hey, look at that. A decisive victory with almost no meaningful damage dealt. So actually, how far are we from having all of our ships together? Okay, next turn. So next turn we'll launch the raid. Take them down. What is this now? Sleeper was purged from Jovanis. You monsters. Which... Jovanis is... Okay, Jovanis is Horatio. Maybe we should try to send a hack to Elma? Oh, I can't. I can't target him with stuff. Okay, they have detected enemies. That doesn't matter. This is an enemy vessel, technically. Well, let's do this thing. We know we're doing this thing. With some real good. Yep, no surprises there. They would give me a truce if only I were willing to pay them all of these things. Get out of here with that. We've unlocked... Oh! We've unlocked a new tactics slot because that was one of the effects of one of our researches. Well, let's stick something in there. So, we have a lot of ships that like to be close range. We also have some ships that like to be long range. What would be a good tactic to take advantage of this? I'm not wild about a lot of these, but science from scrap is just free science. And now we should probably attack these guys because they are the enemy. We got to keep them scared, right? Science from scrap. They're just going to retreat. They can retreat safely to Turkana, so they will. And then we will pursue them to Turkana? Yeah, I could send these guys after them. Or... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Or we could send the big fleet. Yeah, let's just, we'll catch them. We'll catch them over there. Symphony is complete. Did it come out stealthed? No, it's sitting in the hangar. Right. I probably want it actually out, right? And it does come out stealthed. Good. So we now have 17 command points in our fleets. The technology that we researched gave us +2 command points for each hull type of ship that we know how to build. Also, for some reason, I was thinking it was 3 techs to move on to the next tier. Obviously, that is not right. Let's grab one of these. We're way less likely to use an obliterator than we are to use a juggernaut. Is that right? What is an overcloaker? It is only for huge ships, but it cloaks the entire fleet. And it also increases damage output. Okay, yeah, give me that. Give me that. We'll install one of those in that ship design for the damage bonus. Something cool? Not really that cool, actually. Actually, kind of a total bummer. Speaking of Eden incense, has anybody sold any? Nope. Well, the 20 we just got is definitely not going to allow me to pop a booster. You guys are good. You just stay where you are. You should merge up with this positron, I suppose. Alright, we need to run another hacking operation. I gotta remember to keep these rolling. So, we can't hack Horatio for a little while. We can do this. And make sure we remember to install an accelerator on both. Okay, that should handle that, I think. So we are continuing to stack up the big science bonuses. With 2 of these monsters in the air, I have to imagine that 3C75 is pretty well defended now. It's certainly not the case that nobody could come over here and attack me, but we're in good shape. Oh, we've also actually increased our manpower deployment limit, thanks to some of our military techs, so we can get way more boots on the ground in each battle, which is going to mean these pirate kills go faster and faster. Yes, we're detecting the enemy ships. I see them.
The galactic stage is
I absolutely will not...
No?
Wait, I will declare war against those guys. Did I accept a truce? No, I am already at war with those guys. Well, we're not taking any alliances. It will get us farther away from winning, not closer to. Alright, let's grab this this last curiosity here. This might honestly be the last curiosity we search this game. Cool, dark glitter. That's a not very good luxury. Well, I guess let's just like shoot some probes off here. Kind of see what's around. Play defense. I have literally 0 manpower. If I had any manpower at all, I could just completely annihilate them. You guys have some, right? You picked up... Yeah, you picked up the soldiers from the battle. Let's go and destroy the outpost on Turkana. Mostly out of spite. Okay, so let's get going on this thing. So number 1 is we're going to research some Juggernaut upgrades because very few of the technologies in this tree can possibly have any value to us. But we can get one more behemoth tech. We get quantum communication, which will give us even more command points. Not that we need it. Yeah, but like none of the stuff we can research here is going to matter to us at all, probably. We can pick up programmable quadronics, so now we have another great tier of weapons. And then we do need something else. War as Hobby gives us the multi-mind combat improvement that will make our home base extremely difficult to conquer. We can pick up subatomic disruption and get the coolest fighters and bombers around. Don't really care about that. Hypergear. Yeah, alright. I think War as Hobby, like, we could build the multi-mind combat thing. It does actually just give us a 20% health and damage bonus on our troops as well. If somebody does try to invade us, this will make it very difficult for them to succeed. So yeah, it's not going to be a particularly fast science victory, but I do think it's going to be well before any of the AI might win. Okay, so it says they're close to achieving victory economy. You get the first of these messages when a player reaches like 25 or 30% of the goal. So we do not need to be worried about that. They are manipulating time on Zakor. They are slowing it down. They are doing this to screw with Horatio, but it is incidentally hurting us. And now it seems like they have removed it.
Horatio remains appreciative of your...
The AI Riftborn, they place and then immediately remove time manipulation singularities a lot. I have no idea why. Alright, hey you. Get out of here. Oh, those guys regened a lot of health since we last made them run away. They're actually not going to die from this retreat. Ridiculous. Right. Oh, this is... Yeah, you can't... Right, it's just an outpost. So what we are actually doing here is we are starving this outpost. Or it will become a colony in one turn, and then we'll just take it, I guess. I'll do that. That works just fine for me. I guess we'll just chill here. Okay. Turns out we don't actually have another probe. The war momentum is moving in our favor, since we're forcing them to retreat all the time. It's, I like the war momentum system as a way of getting the AI to notice things that are not just, I have lost the game or I have not yet lost the game, but it does sometimes overestimate the importance of events. Like, we got 2.3 points of war momentum there for chasing off a scout in a way that has no effect on anything. Probably we should not have gotten that much value. That said, the war momentum score is a little bit irrelevant because I will not allow peace under any circumstances. I'm not going to conquer them. I just want to be at war. For some reason, we love being at war. It's a mindset that exists in the real world, and I have never understood it. Never understood why anybody would be into such a thing. So they have their own system called Trove over here, which is a weird thing, because we have a quest system called Trove.
How are you?
I'm still not allying with you. It's never going to happen. So nope, Turkana's outpost starved instead. The text was just wrong. Alright, well, we have a grand total of... actually a lot of manpower. Huh. I'm not sure why our fleet is recovering manpower right now. Because we are not in friendly territory. Well, whatever. It means we can go take out this pirate base. There's one fewer thing to interact with our hacking. I should probably actually merge up our fleets here. We have guys in defensive positions. Do not want to specialize our scientific behemoth. It is doing a good job of doing the thing it's doing. We do want to embed sleepers in Javanis. Let's fire you out of the hangar. Then merge you with the other guy. Okay. Now we have a big terrifying fleet of carriers and a positron that we got somewhere.
How are you? The Galactic.
I feel like this will be enough to keep them from just conquering us immediately when they arrive, should an enemy fleet actually come after us. And then, if it turns out to be too much for us to handle, we will have time to respond. Alright, I am becoming fairly confident that there is nothing out here for us to care about. Actually, from the shape of the influence bubble, you know what? This actually might be the influence bubble from their capital. Yeah, I think it probably is. I'm going to fire a probe down here just to double check. But I think it is. And then I guess we're going to come home after that? Oh, hacking operations. Yep. Thank you, game. Hacking operations. We could hack blue a little bit. You know, we don't hack blue enough. Is this bouncing off enough nodes? Who cares? I think the answer to that question is no, but it is not trivial for us to bounce hacks around over here. I guess I could have started the hack from Megras and run it through that path. Well, we'll see if he traces us. Alright. So if we did want to build the great big multi-mind thing, it would be 12,000, so it would actually be multiple turns. It's not going to be 9 turns. It would be like 3 turns of industry, and we'd have to devote a whole bunch of strategics to it, which is to say I am not interested. But we should build tractable armaments. This is a good, extremely affordable, remarkably effective defensive structure that we now have access to. Let's throw that in there. We can get a little bit of industry devoted to that one. You're just going to hang out for a turn or two. So after we have the Juggernaut module upgrade, we're going to be at 2 of the 3 techs needed to spawn another behemoth. We'll grab 1 more behemoth tech from the other quadrant that we have yet to pursue, just to push ourselves up to having another behemoth. And then we'll go back to pushing toward that endless tech. Alright, I guess fly to Trove? I don't really have anything else for you to do, sadly. Our combat fleets are going to reach that other pirate base on this coming turn, so we'll deal with that. Oh, look at this. These guys have a citadel. You can turn a behemoth into a citadel. Oh, it does give plus 10% science to the system, but we lose all of the cool science effects we're getting from our current science behemoths, I believe. And the reduction in technology cost is actually very significant. At least I think you lose all the modules when it becomes a citadel. Cannot embed sleeper. No suitable population here on Duyel. Well, then I will abduct one. We have detected enemies. It's an arc. We should probably like, blow up some arcs, I guess. I don't have to, but we could. Increase the galactic level of dust generation semi-cooperatively. You know, that's going to happen. Like, I'm not going to participate in that, basically. It's going to happen or it's not going to happen. Oh, I see that the Vodyani are here. I have a hard time believing that they're going to win this battle. So, if you get attacked with a fleet that is not at its command point limit, and you have another fleet around the system that has few enough command points to fit into the attacked fleet's command point limit, it will merge them together like this, which is nice. So I think all of our ships are either short or long range, right? We have a couple of ships that would prefer to be at medium, but I think we get pretty significant benefit out of running science for scrap. So let's see how this actually goes. Their ships are not super updated, but a bunch of my ships are actual space garbage. Hopefully they will serve as blockers for the ships that aren't. And they don't have enough command points here to be in all 3 flotillas, so we do have that morale bonus. Let's actually watch this happen. We probably should end the video at the end of this turn, but let's watch this happen. So plus 20 science per destroyed command point on fleet. We could earn up to 140 science here. I'm actually not certain whether science rewards like this, you can see the pirate base in the background. I'm actually not sure whether science rewards like this are modified by like your percentage bonuses and stuff. Some percentage bonuses say that they are specifically bonuses for systems, but some of them just say plus 10%, right? So I'm not certain. Okay, we are absolutely crushing these poor fools. So a lot of our ships are really bad, and those ships will get shot down pretty easily, and they're not contributing that much damage. The lion's share of the work here is being done by our couple of ships that we actually created. But those other ships are, you know, what they lack in quality, they are making up in quantity. You do a little bit of damage enough times, it really starts to add up to something. Yeah, those missiles are actually landing. This is what happens when you use energy weapons. It turns out you can't shoot down a missile with an energy weapon. It's just impossible. There's no way that such a thing could be done. We didn't even lose a ship. One of our ships got damaged. Okay. Well, then I guess let's go ahead and blow up the pirates as well. You see here, if we blitz, we actually get to apply all of our manpower, which is pretty cool. I guess we could preemptive bombing, still put in more manpower than they put in, but also get 600-ish bonus damage. Or we could just put in everybody and let's do it, right? Yeah, let's just put everybody on the ground all at once. I guess it doesn't really matter, because any version of that was going to be us killing their entire army. Or at least everybody that they could bring to the battle. So you really want to be getting ship skills, but like, there aren't a lot of good ship skills available to you. Well, whatever. Fortunately, it doesn't matter much. Okay, so you guys are hanging out there. I guess you should probably be in defense mode. Catch any Vudyani ships that should try to sneak through. And then everybody here needs to just go to sleep. Okay, yeah, it was in fact just the influence bubble from their very developed capital. Alright, well then I think you just come home, actually. I clicked on a Horatio vessel at some point during that. Dragging the camera around awkwardly. Okay. She's on her way. Not really anything else for us to do. No more exploration out there. So we got our science. We got some XP. 280 science. Huh. That's twice as much as I was expecting. Yeah, I'm not sure why it went like that. Alright, we should run another hack. We can run a hack from... You can run hacks out to these curiosities out here. They just produce dust, so that's probably not worth doing. Run hacks out to, like, Nakar pretty easily. We can install sleepers on Nakar. We don't have any. Yeah, let's do it from Columba. We'll just, like, go through these. That should give us enough cover. We'll install an accelerator just in case. Alright, so like I said, we want to grab one more Juggernaut tech. So if we get the Citadel blueprints... The thing about the Citadel blueprints is that It's not actually a tech from the relevant tier, but it does give us the ability to build the Behemoth C3 Center, which will double the upkeep of all of our behemoths, but just straight up allow us to produce an extra one. Sort of forgot that this exists, and it's very good. You know what, if we just grab this, and then one other thing on this tier, we can skip this tier, go straight into researching this stuff. That's probably what I want to do. We could grab a medium design. We could grab an upgrade for one of our smaller designs. Or we could get xenoanthropology, which will give us extra expansion disapproval room. Yeah, sure. We don't need any of it. So let's grab, like I said, grab this next turn so we can start building a behemoth next turn, and then it probably will not take a whole lot of time to do that, right? Scientific behemoth's like 11,000. So without urgent AI research, it's going to be 2 turns. Then we might build a Behemoth C3 Center. Like, each behemoth is very significant. So we probably do want to. Alright, well, I think that this is where we're going to call it for today. Our rate of gain is no longer increasing. We need to find a way to keep pushing this number up. I mean, we keep embedding sleepers. That's helping. We do need to continue trying to grab special nodes and stuff. How's this going? That's actually going to finish next turn. You know what? Let's hit end turn here one time. I wanna see what the result of this is. This is mostly about me not wanting to be in suspense. We are now working extra science off of every other player in the galaxy somehow, so we install the transmigration beacon. Hold on. 18791. Install the beacon. Okay. We do get the effect, even if another player already owns the node. Interesting. Obviously, the pirates are extremely dead no matter which way we do this. Let's just do it the fast way. Okay, we got some loot that we don't really care about. I do not want truce. Truce means I get less science. We definitely need to reboost our Umbral Shadows here, so let's do that real quick. What are we at? 10 now. 10 space potatoes. We could try to negotiate Eden Incense off of another player, maybe, and then probably in exchange for a truce, and then redeclare war on them immediately because there's no incentive for us not to do that. That would be pretty fun. Oh, did we fill up all of our sanctuaries? Because if all of our sanctuaries are full, we should... Yeah, it looks like that might actually be the case. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, we need to spend some hacks sanctuarying up some more planets. Let's do that. Let's just grab some more... actually, can we do it the other way? Let's do it the other way. Let's just grab some more places for us to live, because continuing to gain population is also worth science. Remember to actually do this. Okay, so now we know, and it looks like he still owns it. I bet he's still getting the effect as well. Because if he stopped getting the effect, that could betray our presence, and it seems like most of our stuff is designed not to do that. Okay, now I think we're actually done for the turn. Next turn, we're going to gain the ability to build another behemoth, and maybe to build the Behemoth C3 Center, which we might do. We're not super positive on dust, but if we went negative on dust, we could just, like, sell a huge number of resources. Yeah, that's probably fine. So, that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time as we continue to push sort of quickly, but still slower than I would like, toward this science victory. And we'll see you then.